Hello, dear meditation friend. This is the sixth and final of these short guided meditations, which are intended to help you establish yourself in mindfulness meditation practice. This is another poem from Rumi, 12th century Sufi mystic. Little by little wean yourself. This is the gist of what I have to say. From an embryo whose nourishment comes in the blood, move to an infant drinking milk, to a child on solid food, to a searcher after wisdom, to a hunter of more invisible game. Think how it is to have a conversation with an embryo. You might say, the world outside is vast and intricate. There are wheat fields and mountain passes and orchards in blossom. At night there are millions of galaxies, and in sunlight the beauty of friends dancing at a wedding. You ask the embryo why he or she stays cooped up in the dark with eyes closed. Listen to the answer. There is no other world. I only know what I have already experienced. You must be hallucinating. So, my friend, please assume a comfortable, upright sitting posture. It's a posture, or intended to be a posture, you can hold for some time. It's not required to sit cross-legged. You don't have to hold your hands in some particular special way. Just be here. What's special is the practice of being awake. And so we begin with checking in with mindfulness of breathing and the sensations of the body. And today's emphasis is going to be on a different aspect of our being, and that is that when you're having difficult emotions, is still the perfect time to meditate. Take your seat knowing that whatever you're feeling is normal and natural and is workable. People have been doing this kind of practice now for 2,600 years and shown themselves again and again that we have the capacity as human beings to bear with and integrate even the greatest of human suffering. Difficult emotions are not obstacles to practice, they are the practice. Depression would have us believe we're fundamentally flawed. Anger would tell us that there's danger everywhere. Self-hatred claims that we're unworthy. These are all lies, but they are very powerful ones. The practice is to meet these experiences with mindfulness, love, and compassion, rather than adding judgment to the pain and telling ourselves we're wrong. So please, come home to in-breathing and out-breathing. Be present with non-judgmental awareness, with simple bare attention. Sometimes we can think about it as bringing attention, awareness, compassion, love to our heart center. If difficult emotions are present, rather than pushing them away, can you make place for them? Can you bring the same kindness to yourself that you would if you were facing a small child? You might like to put a hand on your heart and speak to yourself. This is hard. This is a moment of suffering. May I be kind to and love myself in this moment. We might bring in the I love you practice with your name at the end. I love you in the midst of this suffering. And we can continue like this, or we can return to the sensations of breathing, and maybe synchronizing that with the loving statement, I love you, with your name at the end. With each breath, notice the coming and going sensations. Perhaps note them. And if the difficult emotion persists, you might intentionally put aside awareness of breathing and turn as fully as you can internally to the very sensations in the body of the emotion or mental state you're dealing with. Sadness manifests itself in particular places. Shame in somewhat different places. Anxiety has its own places to be felt. And so rather than heading off into thinking, rather than trying to make sense of why I would feel like this or why I shouldn't feel like this or why that person made me feel this way, we just withhold all of that. And instead, with as much equanimity and acceptance as we can muster, we simply abide in the present moment, realizing this is sadness, this is self-hatred, this is fear. And there's something very important about the repetition of this. We learn to bear that which was previously unbearable. And this quality of compassion that we're cultivating changes everything. Not because it makes the pain of difficult emotions go away immediately, but because it stops us from adding to our suffering with more rejection and more suffering. Especially when you're really hurting, you deserve your own kindness. And as we did once or twice before, we could imagine. There's so many different ways to imagine this, but we could imagine that there is a golden doorway in the heart through which the flowing love of the universe comes. And this could be personified by any archetypal figure you wish, the Buddha, Jesus, Mary, Kuan Yin, or simply the intention of love pouring into your body and supporting you in those places where you're suffering emotionally. And we could close with our beautiful love mantra. I love you. I love you. With your name at the end. I love you. I'm here for you. I'll be here for you. From the moment we begin spiritual practice, we begin to cultivate an aspect of our being which we've been missing, which hasn't been present in our times of great difficulty. But we never have to be alone without resources again. I love you. And we are, of course, not alone in the world. There is suffering everywhere. And so we might turn our love and our compassion out into the world to someone you know who is suffering. May you be free from pain. May they be free from fear and danger. And we could go from one person to another, to different groups, to other groups, until we came to all beings. May all beings here on the earth and in the furthest of galaxies, may all beings be touched by our willingness and capacity of compassion. And please now become aware of your body where it touches the chair. Be aware of any sounds around you. Notice the life in your face, in your lips, in your cheeks, in your eyes. And please let us prepare to allow our eyes to open. And we prepare by creating the thought in the mind, I'm going to move toward opening my eyes now. And notice the intention to open the eyes, and then make the effort to do that. And as we do, may all beings everywhere, all of our brothers and sisters of the air, the earth, and the waters everywhere, may we all awaken to our true great nature. And may we all realize the love and compassion that are our birthright. Thank you for coming with me on this 3-recording set journey. And please make use of the other resources on the website, including my book, which has got various wonderful practices in it. Take care. Goodbye.